Okay. Let's see this part again. Trying to adjust the volume here. Okay, so on the left hand side, I know that's comics, so I'll probably do that last. We could go straight ahead, how about it? Oop. Did I not press it? Shit, I didn't press it. So this is just a slideshow. And if I go to the site over another browser, let me see. I can link to some of these things. Let's see, Sage Experience. Okay, so I put up the link that has all of these screen caps, and then it also has, I went through the Hunger UMD comic, which is like animated, and I made screen caps of every single frame. Wait, where am I here? Okay, I'm making sure some things are right here. So anyway, you can download the whole comic there if you don't want to sit through the whole thing here, because I think it's pretty long. Okay, I'm going to go out of this thing right here. Also, another thing that's loud is my computer thing. So I didn't have both hands on the PSP, so I couldn't do the Easter egg part here. So I'm going to try this one more time. Try to hit X when it says, as the little X. Did I not do it? Darn it. I don't gotta hold it in my hands, I got it on the table beside me. It should be. Stupid thing. Maybe my buttons are sticking. Well, to hell with this area. Let's just go to the right hand side, I guess. And sort of go through this methodically. Okay, I'm gonna hit the right hand side here. Let's see, I think that just goes to the piano. And here, you can see each one of these circles it's kind of hard to go from one to the other. Just kind of look through here. Go through though. So let's go back here because there's not much to see there. And you can listen to the music there, but I'm like not doing that right now. Oh shit, see, there was another one which I have missed. Okay, so I hit left. this is what? No, credits. Maybe we'll go back to there eventually, but not right now. See, this is another thing that got me. I guess they didn't have very good editing. They spelled Christoph wrong. But we can look through that. I'm going to turn the mic off for a couple minutes. And then I'm going to turn up this.
.とても、嬉しく思います。特にサイレントヒルっていう作品は、ゲームでありながらとても映画のようなゲームっていう作品性を目指していたので、そこの元の映画っていうところからこのサイレントヒルというコンテンツが、ある意味選ばれて作品になるということはとても嬉しく思います。もともとサイレントヒルっていうゲームが、さっき言ったように映画から影響を受けたってことで、特にデビッド・リンチだったりスティーブン・キングだったり、それこそジェイコブス・ラダーだったりっていう作品の影響はとても大きいんですね。だからそういったものを影響されて僕らがサイレントヒルっていうゲームを作ったように、映画化になればそれら彼らの作品のような、足して3で割ったよっていう簡単にはいかないけれど、そういった作品に仕上がるのではないかなっていうのは思いました。もちろん映画もそうなんですけど、特にサイレントヒルっていうゲームはホラーでありながら人の心理状況とか感情的な面とか人間性みたいなところをすごく深く追求しているところがあるんですね。で、特にちょっと難しくなっちゃうんですけど、ドストエフスキーの罪と罰とか、特にサイレント2であればドストエフスキーの罪と罰なんていうのはとても参考にして、その作品、このサイレント2には罪と罰っていうのがすごく色濃く影響されてますね。サイレントヒル1で出てきた、看護婦のリサが僕は結構お気に入りというか印象的ですね。で、それは比較的サイレントヒル1ではほとんどちょい役というか、そんなに主人公クラスでは全然出てこないんですけど、ストーリー上で描かれるリサの、感情とか、そのリサが出てくる登場する、理由だったりっていうところで、大きくサイレントヒルっていう根底的に流れるお話とは離れてはいないんですけど、リサを通して伝えられる人間の悲しさとかそういうのがすごく出てるんですね。本当に少ない登場なんですけど、僕はすごく印象的で好きですね。これもサイレントヒル1なんですけど、最初に自分の子供がハリーの子供がいなくなって追いかけてくるシーンで、次第にだんだん詰まっていくとですね、路地裏でカメラがパンニングしながら彼を頭上からこう追いかけて、プレイヤブルのシーンなんですけど、こう追いかけるシーンがですねそこはすごく印象的です。すごくそこを作った時はもう今までのゲームにはないカメラワークだと、自画自賛するぐらいすごい怖さっていうのがすごい出てたシーンで、ドラマティックな部分ではないですけど、これから向かうであろう恐怖というか、そういうのをすごくよく表現しているシーンなので、とても印象的ですね。僕はサイレントヒルっていうのを作りながら、実はというか、自分が一番多分サイレントヒルのファンでもあるっていう自負っていうのはですね。で、そういう立場でサイレントヒルを作りながら、サイレントヒルの一番の自分がファンだということで、今回クリス・ガンド監督とお会いできたっていうか、一緒に作品をね作らせてもらうっていうだけでも光栄なんですけど、まずここでちょっとじゃあ 置いときます。
Well, it's very, very complex because the series of Silent Hill, the games, are based on a very emotional approach of the storytelling. I mean, usually in a game, you have to face danger. You have to be a warrior. You have to be a hero. In Silent Hill, you can't be a hero. You stay until the end, somebody with very, very deep emotional feeling. And so in a way, it's very disturbing. A lot of people talk about why these games are so frightening. And they talk about the atmosphere, they talk about the colors, they talk about the creature. But I think that these games are very frightening because the characters are very emotional. And basically, they are very vulnerable. And you can't fight against the creature in the game. You can kill one or two creatures, but quickly you have to run. And that's one of the secrets of the success of this series, is that basically the creator of the series decide that the gamer has to stay a human being and not try to be like an idealistic vision of himself or herself. So that's a very important point. And so when you're playing to the game, your feelings are very confusing, very disturbing, and constantly you try to see where is the line between good and evil, where is the line between making something good and making something ugly. And the loneliness of your character through the adventure, because most part of the time you're completely alone in the fog and in the dark, make that you're very, very vulnerable in terms of moral perspective, according what you have to do in the game. I mean, every gamer will understand what I say when, for example, I will talk about in the first game when you have to kill Sybil. That's an horrific moment. That's certainly one of the most horrific moments in a gamer life. The moment where you have basically to kill the only character who can help you, because you have to do that. And it's why the game is, for me, a very pervert experience, because constantly you have to define yourself through action that sometimes you don't want to do. Or most part of the time, all the game are about things that you want to do, that you would love to do if you were a hero. In Silent Hill, you're forced to do some action that just make you feel very alone and very disturbed. And it's a very mature way to approach game, I think. I think that for me, that's maybe the first game that we can say it was mature. It was conceptualized in a very mature way. There is no other game like Silent Hill. You know, it's great because as a director, I have adapted a comic book, I have adapted a script, but I never adapted before a game. And I realized when I was doing that it was completely different. When you're reading a book, you figure what can be the color, what can be the shape of the thing that as described in the book. But when you're adapting a game, you're adapting something that actually you have lived for real. It's like going in a different country. It's like going to Pakistan, coming back and say, I want to tell a story about my trip in Pakistan. That's exactly the same thing with game, and especially with a game like Silent Hill. When I was adapting this game, it was like I had the feeling that I have to tell to the people what was exactly my feeling and my adventure when I was in Silent Hill, when I spent so many hours in the night playing to Silent Hill. It was like a foreign country. Oh, I'm going to tell you how it's to be in Silent Hill. So it's a very, very interesting thing. It's why it becomes also very personal as a process. You know, you can't adapt a game just because you have to adapt a game. It's not adapting a game is not like adapting a comic book. You know, it's completely different. because you have the feeling to have been there, and bring back some truth about what was the experience to face that adventure. So it's, I would say that it's almost like a self-biography, adapting a game, a good game, of course. No, of course not. When we are dealing with bad games, of course you have to play the game to enjoy an adaptation. But I think that Silent Hill, like all the great creation, expand the boundaries of its medium. I mean, Silent Hill is not only a game. For me, it's a piece of modern art. It's not only a game. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's something frightening, it's something disturbing, it's something very beautiful. And no, I think that yeah, Silent Hill is a very, very complex thing. I think that Silent Hill, because it's a modern art piece, you have to be aware not only about games, but also about painting, filmmaking, writing. I mean, like every important piece of art, it covers many medium. When you're looking at a movie by David Lynch, I admire David Lynch, you have the feeling to see a movie which also has a beautiful pictorial strength, but also a very beautiful writing quality. And of course, the music is also important. I mean, in complete piece of art, you're covering many medium. And I have the feeling that the game of Silent Hill is all about music, writing, aesthetic, photographic feeling. It's everything in one piece. So yes, when I have to adapt Silent Hill, I watch some work of some painter like Francis Bacon. I'm watching again the photography of Belmer. I'm watching some movie from East Europe, or very old film like the one by Luis Buñuel. I mean, it's everything which can help you to have this surrealistic perception, is important. You see what I mean? I mean, it's not like, okay, I'm going to take a piece of that, a piece of that, a piece of that. Adapting Silent Hill is a matter of sensitivity. And if you want that sensitivity be completely aware, you have to watch again the work of some painters, the work of some director, the work of some, writers, just to make your sensitivity at the right level to make that kind of adaptation possible. I don't think that you can simply take pieces everywhere. We are not dealing with a game which is like a B movie. I mean, like a puzzle of different influence. Silent Hill exists by itself. It has no equivalent. So you have to be in the right mood to do it. Oh, I think it's a question that I'm going to hear a lot. In fact, what happened is that because we wanted to adapt the first game, it was obvious for us, I mean, for me and my co-writers, that the hero will be Harry Mason, and the hero of the first game. And when we start to write him, respecting his personality, we found that he was talking like a woman. This guy, and he worked very well in the game, but when you try to transpose him as a real character, it's a woman. And for me, there was two options. Or I was transforming completely the guy and except his name, or I was trying to keep the psychological atmosphere of the character, and I was making him a woman. And we decided to make him a woman. I think that because Silent Hill is a very beautiful creation, I don't think that it's important if the main character is wearing a dress or a pants. what is important is that he has a very specific quality into his or her feeling, and it has a specific mood. And we thought that the fan will understand very well that, because we'll preserve the atmosphere of the game, which is the most important thing. You know, as a gamer, as a fan of Silent Hill, that's for me the real thing to preserve, the atmosphere. And I don't care if the character is a man or a girl, if the atmosphere is there. And you know, it's a very important point, but what can work into a medium, not necessarily work into another medium. I mean that game is game, movie is movie. And sometimes in a game, just a little ambiguity is enough to make a character very realistic, not in a film. In a film, you have to create what they call a psychological arc. You have to take the character and make him, you know, evolving through scenes. And it's true that for us, when we have adapted Silent Hill, what was important is adapt the mythology and the atmosphere of the game, but we try to make the character more complex than in the game. But keeping in mind that each of these characters has a special mood and was bringing a special quality to the atmosphere of the game. So I think that the gamer will be happy to find that Sybil Bennett is in the film, that Dahlia Gillespie is in the film, Alyssa Gillespie is in the film, but they will find also that these characters have evolved, you know. Also because a movie has to expand the psychological vision of each character, you know. If not, we'll have to make something which will look very cardboard, you know. And I think it will be not a great thing to do with Silent Hill, you know. So the best thing that I have to do was to transpose as much as possible the character of Silent Hill and making them in flesh and blood. And no more like just a nice icon of CG imagery, something in flesh and blood. There is so many monsters, so many creatures with an interesting design in the game. It was like, oh, it's like opening the library queue of Akira. So many beautiful things here. And when you open the zoo of Silent Hill, so many beautiful creations, so many amazing creatures. And in fact, because I'm a gamer, an early gamer, I wanted to give my homage to the creature of the first one and the second one. I love the creature of the third one, and some of the creature of the fourth one are amazing. But sentimentally, you know, it was impossible for me to don't have in my film the armless creature, I mean Straight Jacket, the nurses, or Red Pyramid Head. And it was impossible. I could not imagine Silent Hill without this creature, for example. And so that's some of the creatures that you will see in the film, some of them. There is more. But I think that every fan also, it's like the music. Every fan can't imagine a film inspired by Silent Hill without the nurses or without Red Pyramid. I mean, it's impossible. You know, they are so amazing. And in fact, we love this monster because every fan knows that the monster in Silent Hill are not the most monstrous things in Silent Hill. The monster in Silent Hill sometimes are pathetic and strangely human. The real monster in Silent Hill are human beings. And that's one of the reasons it was important to keep this monster. Because they constantly recall us that the real monstrosity is not apparent. The real monstrosity, and that's one of the messages of the film, is in the mind of human being. And this monster have also that use. It's a very important use to understand the world of Silent Hill. It's difficult, you know, because there is so many amazing moments that I have spent in these games. But let's say that the death of Sybil on the merry-go-round in the first one, it was amazing. Of course, the first time you met Red Pyramid in the dark in the second one, and of course the climax of the second one is amazing, and when you realize the truth about your relationship with your wife, I mean, it's unforgettable. And actually, it's funny because these two moments make me cry. So that's one of the reasons I like to think that it was important to adapt this game. It's because it's not only about fear, it's about emotion. And these two very moments that I have, remembering, actually made me cry. That's important. There is not so many games that make you cry, with your joystick in the hands. It's very rare. It's unique.
Okay, moving right along then. These sound effects are like loud, and I have trouble figuring out what volume to put it on. Also, I have my speakers on now. Okay, so that was to the right. So, wait, we just did that. That's not what I wanted. Is this the credits? No, we don't want the credits. No, these are the trailers, I think. No, I gotta press something. Film trailer, why not?
Honey, sometimes when you go to sleep, you go on a little walk. And sometimes you talk about a place.
I don't remember.
That's why we're gonna go there. So you can remember.
Christopher, Sharon's gone. I need your help. I'm not okay. Please, hurry.
The fire started 30 years ago.
I don't know what's happening. Do you know what's going on here?
This place is completely cut off.
Only the dark one opens and closes the door to Silent Hill.
Where is she? I'm trying to find my wife.
She looks exactly like Sharon.
Why? Rose, come on! Rose, hurry! It's coming!
What's happening?
Oh!
To find your daughter, you must face the darkness of hell.
It's okay, baby. Mommy's coming.
I should try to get the Easter eggs again after go through some of this stuff. Alright, let's some of this now. And this stuff only goes up to the third game, if I recall correctly. Oh, 4. It's already proved me wrong. Alright, well, play this thing.
Silent there before me, your tears, they mean nothing to me. No wind howling out the window, the love you never gave, I give to you. Really don't deserve it. But now, there's nothing you can do. So sleep in your only memory of me.
looking for the link to that while I see what else we have here. Alright. This trailer. Probably just have two and one left. Reverse order here. So let's move right around here.
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
sleeping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James.
I don't look like a ghost, do I?
Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life.
Lost?
Just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too.
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
Huh? Are you blind or something?
Oh, it's you.
Just putting a gun to their head.
I am. You want me to be?
So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but she ran away.
We've got to find her.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
Alright, and finally, the first game trailer, and then we can leave this section. out of this area. What's over here? Film trailer? No. Can I go both these ways? I can go back to the TVs. This can get confusing. I don't want that. I thought there was something more in one of these rooms. Okay, what's this way? That's the interview again. No. I've already done that. Okay, that's the credits. Okay, let's... Gotta go back. So what's this way? It's the other, it's the other Yamaoka interview. So, I will turn off the mic for a minute. Also, because I don't want to talk over Yamaoka.
サイレントヒルの、中で、まあ一番このシーンにゲーム中のシーンですごくイメージがこうぴったし合ってる音楽をあえてこう選んだというところありますね。逆に、共通点はないと、シリーズの中での音楽として、バリエーションに、富んだものを選びましたと。まあグルーブ的なところで、ジャンルの進化はないですけど、まあ、ワールドビートとかそういう新しいビートを、追求して進化したっていうところはあります。そうですね、ジャンルにとらわれないというか、ジャンルで考えない、音楽を作る、スタイルという感じですね。他のまあいろんな、世の中にある音楽を、いろいろチェック聞いたりすることで、まあ自分も感化されてるっていう感じですね。まあ楽器による実験っていうのは、まあ、あんまりやってないですけど、まあ、自分の中で常に、ないものを、出せるように新しいものを追求できるようなことを、毎回毎回試みてるっていうところありますね。サイレント2の、シモローラが、自分的にはすごい気に入ってますと。でまあそのシモローラに関しては、ゲーム中のまあゲームっていう音楽の中でゲームらしくない音楽を作ろうと思って、やった音楽として、自分なりにそれが実現できたというところですごくお気に入り、そういう意味ではお気に入りですね。まあケースバイケースあると思います。音楽がゲームが音楽にそれぞれ影響を与えるっていうふうだと思っています。クラシックな音楽とジャズ以外の音楽をこよなくたくさん聴いております。
Those transitions are really loud. A lot louder than the interviews. Okay, so where did I go? Did I press forward? See, this is where the stuff confuses me. So maybe I should just... Maybe I'll press right. Okay, right is where I was. So let's get out of there. Alright, back. I pressed this time. So I think we came from the right hallway. Maybe I should try for the Easter egg again. One of them. Okay. I think I got it this time. Oh, there we go. Hidden feature. Okay, I tried to turn down the transitions there. And where the hell was that other Easter egg? It's down this hallway somewhere. I gotta put my finger on the button. Is it this way? Okay, I think I got it. buttons were sticking last time. I don't know. See, they have it spelled wrong here. It's supposed to be Kino Ko. But anyway, without further ado. adjust the audio.